Interesting tables on the Jihad. Yeah, it became popular today. You know, a big threat that they are intending to do terror attack. The extremists against any agreement with Israel, the Hamas. So they are the real enemies. And definitely they are pushed by Iran. So in fact, this is what Professor Haralick, University of New York, and known to be previously the chairman, international chairman of the Pale, was really at the time quite famous. This is pattern recognition, image processing, research, all of this are based on it. So we had a site together called TorahCourse.us. You can see there are a lot of tables that we did, the professor did. So one of them that we did, really, is what Professor Haralick found, and he looked really for Jihad, and the connection, which is with Iran. They are pushing the Jihad, they give you the surprises of heaven, everything. So Iran, Jihad, Ashur, Syria, Pleshet, Palestine, Plishtim, and Egypt, all those came, as you can see here, the Jihad, coming here, Jihad, and then Iran, Syria, and the Philistines, definitely, and somehow Egypt also comes here. In fact, if you look inside the other nations who in the past were enemies of Israel, Canaanites, and so on, now, finding the statistic of it, Professor Haralick found that it is 2.5 to 1,000. Maybe not so much, but still something, it is considered significant. So, this is what he found. As you can see, all this interesting, also connection to Magog, because Magog is a group of nations, and all of this come together here. Now, let us see what I found. Definitely also the same names, Jihad and so on, Philistines, and really done with the program of Dr. Rottenberg. This is his program. He did it very, very useful. He himself became religious, Orthodox Jew, when he saw the phenomena of the cross. He put the Torah from heaven. There's the 5 books of Moses was a blueprint of creation, therefore is everything there. Now we say that things which are found in one book are definitely much more significant. And interesting that all what you see here, now just I'm going to see, appears in one book, Deuteronomy. You see A, in Deuteronomy, a few chapters, and this is the book, the Conte Vilnagon, really has in it most of the events of the 6th millennium. There we are now. It's very interesting. So what you have here the word Al-Jihad, the Jihad, the more letters more, Al-Jihad, and definitely connecting with what the Arabs will say, to do with the Islam, which come in the Islamic event, Islamic, and then terror is part of their profession, definitely. And then you have the Iran, this is what those who are pushing them, Iranian, Then Hamas, you have here, Hamas, you see Hamas. And Asa, we said many times that Asa is a source of evil. And as we mentioned many times, the Kabbalah said if you write the letter Ein Zayin fully, Zayin A, you have the inner letter which are Yud Nun 60, Zayin Yan 70 in 1, and the Satyam, which is the mental body of the evil angel of the Amalekites, which is a Samael. You see, Samael comes here parallel, and parallel is significant. One letter here, that's significant, but when you find parallel, it means it has something. Now, the most interesting is that you have exactly the word about Amalek, when the Torah says, a few weeks ago, do you remember, remember what the Amalekite did to you, Baderch on the way, B'Sefem Yisrael, when you came out from Egypt, Asher Kacha Baderch, he met you on the way. Different explanation, Asher Kacha come also from cool, he made you cool in the faith, belief in God. He tried to catch all those people went backwards. So amazing, the Amalekite, which are exactly as those nations, Jihad and Iran, because this was our sages tell us, Amalek is a Amalek, a nation who want to lick Jewish blood like a dog. It means these people want to wipe out the Jewish people. Exactly is what Iran wants. And Hamas and Jihad, extremists, definitely, as we see today. So amazingly, they come, but also you have to remember that our rabbis tell us why Amalek came to attack. Because the Jews desecrated the Sabbath. The story before the Jews desecrated the Shabbos, and immediately, Amalek came to fight with them. The same thing our rabbis tell us, that the Amalek came on the place of Refidim. It is important to know the place, because Refidim means Raf Yadayim. The hands were loose in keeping Torah mitzvot, yeah. It's amazing. This was also the place of Refidim that Israel gave to the Egyptians, Sinai. So, interesting, exactly the right thing. This is Jihad, who want to wipe out Israel, the Islamic, and the Samael, the angel of the Amalek. Amalek is the, Samael is, and our Rabbi said, Samael means Samakel, you want to blind God, which means he doesn't want God to control this world, you know. So amazingly, also you have in Iran here, you see Iran comes together, because this is also what is interesting that you have the female, you know, in Kabbalah, very famous. There is a masculine, which is a Samael, what you have here, and then you have the female, which is the Lilith, which come here. Yeah? Now she is the heavenly angel of the Arabs, of lust, in shadow of lust. Samael is more in pride, hatred. So amazing, the both of them comes here. Yeah, he comes parallel, this one also comes in an amazing way. So we have Islamic, we said, Islamic, which the Jihad is, Samael here, Hamas, and Gaza. This is a place of the Samael, it's a source of evil, as we saw another. Also you have Ismail. This is also Islam, Ismail, because them are connected to Ismail. So altogether, very interesting, and perhaps the most interesting is that here is a location, the Torah is, when God said Jews will transgress the Torah, so He will make them cross with no nation, yeah, villain nation. Amazing. This is what it is in Akneim, below Am. It means people which are not a nation, exactly what the Philistines are. These are not a nation. Yeah. What was before the Philistines, all the Philistines today. So Lo Am means you are suffering all from them. Hamas and Jihad, all of this. It's not a place, a nation. And going about, villain nation, or very villain, you know, this is the kind of terrorists that we have. Amazing, this is what Torah says, but this is what the Torah says. If you Jews will transgress the Torah, then this is what they will have, this is what they have today. Hamas and Jihad, all those exactly the description of the Torah. See how the Torah is true. And everything is terror, by the way, of the word terror. So altogether, very significant. And unfortunately, you know what is going on in Israel now? They are very worried that the Jihad will do some kind of terror attack, serious one, because they want to disturb and to do everything that this agreement with Hamas in Israel will take place. And this is what Iran wants, because they want to wipe out Israel, they don't want agreement which keep Israel. Amazing, this is the situation, and this is the Torah, what the Torah tells us. So what is the solution? That will keep the Torah, will keep the Shabbos, the purifying, but unfortunately in Israel, when the heads of the party of the blue, white, yes, says they will not transport on Sabbath, civil buildings and so on, so against the Torah, and especially Lapid with anti-religious, anti-orthodox of the time knows. Yeah, so definitely this kind of leaders, a little bit difficult to have peace and quiet. So important, significant tables. Let us really hope that before Passover, before Pesach, Passover is the time prepared for very appropriate for redemption, for Elijah, as we know. The Seder. No, but for this we need introduction to keep the Torah, the mitzvot, belief in God, which is very important. But you're Amalekite, and Jews are affected by this, desecrating Shabbos and breaking very important laws of purity and so on. So we are in difficult times. So let us hope that this will do tshuva, and this Pesach, Passover, even before we open Israel, will come, bring peace and tranquility to Israel and to the whole world.